back to my channel. Today I'm back in Germany, in Bavaria, and I'm just out for a couple of hours. I'm actually today going to try out a new spade. I bought the new DROTEK spade. The snow here in Bavaria is cleared. We've had a warm spell, it got to 2 degrees, and so I thought I would give it a go. It's a very serrated spade, so it should be able to get through the any frost and ice that's underneath the surface, so we'll see. I'm also very close to an airport, so we may get a little bit of interference from people going on their holidays, but anyway, we will see how we get on. Okay, so now on to the spade. So this is the new DROTEK spade. It's a 2-piece spade. I've taken the long part out, and you can see just here at the top is where you can connect the extra piece if you want it. But I am travelling pretty light. You got the brand, you got the serrated edges, and this is the first time out. So let's see how we get on with it. Okay. Okay, so let's give it a go. Okay, so I picked a piece of land here right by the side of the hedgerow, so it's very rooty, so let's give it a go. Oop, and stony. An aeroplane, that's warm. So just let that go over. So that's probably as rooty as you're going to get with pebbles and things in there. That managed it no problem. So it does cut through very well. So we'll give the spade a thumbs up. So what I will say is this roll of tape that they send with it is pretty useless. I put it on there because I thought it would insulate the cold steel, but as you can see, it moves, it's not sticky. Same with the bit down there, and I've never even touched that. So I think you need to just not bother with that DROTEK. Hi, so a change of location. The GoPro battery obviously got too cold and it kept cutting out. Point to note, the blue batteries on the GoPro are pretty rubbish in the cold. I'm indoors, it's a bit warmer, and we can now see the DROTEK shovel with the 3 parts of it. Like I said on the video, I only tend to use the smaller part. The extension makes it a little bit more difficult to carry, especially if you've got it on a backpack. So the steel centerpiece is almost as long as the main spade itself, so it nearly doubles it in size. If I just put this onto here, you can sort of get it the right way around. You can get the general gist of the size. So that's now quite long. If you're doing gardening and stuff with it or something like that, then that's perfectly acceptable. But for metal detecting, I'll tend to use the get my feet out of the way. I'll tend to use the shovel with the T-bar on top. On the video you saw me digging into some pretty gravelly and root-filled land. It went through it with no problem at all. It does come with one of these little things on, which is handy if, like me, I'd got it on my backpack and I was cycling, so I don't serrate myself. But yeah, they work pretty well. As you can see, hardly any scratches. That was the first time I've used it. I think we'll not mention this stuff again. Pretty it sort of felt like a nice touch when I opened the box, but actually in practicality, you're better off getting a piece of foam or something to stick on there. One thing I did notice, let's see if this camera can get right in, I noticed, even though I've only used it once, there's a bit of pitting on there. Could even be turning into rust. I'll keep my eye on that. But anyway, it's not too bad. And the other thing I noticed that once I'd been using it, unscrewing this T-bar was quite difficult. So the top tip there is if you need to do that, put the spade into the ground, so you've got a solid base, and then you can turn it from there. But other than that, there it is, the DROTEK new spade. It is retailing. Well, the price is actually going up and down all over the place. I think I paid something like 35 euros for this one. I got it in a pre-order offer because I do have some other DROTEK stuff, so they emailed me and said that if you pre-order it, you can get a discount. I think it's around £45 in the UK, but just watch for the special offers. I'm sure you can get it a little bit cheaper than that, because that does sort of make it a little bit expensive. Anyway, it's a very, very sturdy piece of kit. It's pretty much steel all the way through, welded around here. A nice little lip for your feet. So it's just some little imprints. Not quite sure what the holes are for, but anyway, they're there. So it's going to get through pretty much everything. Certainly rips through roots, no problem at all. And with it having a very sharp end, gets through stones and things, no problem. I'm sure the black paint will come off eventually, but like I say, this one's new, so it doesn't look like too many war wounds on it just yet. But there you go. So if you do fancy a new spade, and this one's within your price range, give it a go. See what you think. For me, for metal detecting, discard the extra piece. I don't know if DROTEK should offer this as a smaller spade, and so you're not paying for that. If you want to, that might make it a little bit cheaper. And also discard the camouflage, very thin tapey stuff. It's more like paper, and I think I'll try and find some pipe lagging or something to put on the T-bar, just to make it a little bit more comfortable to hold. And it does get very cold when you're out in the freezing weather, as I was. Okay, well, thanks for this little review on the DROTEK Spade. If you do like my videos, then please give them a like, and it'd be fantastic if you could subscribe too. I'm trying to grow my channel, and comments. Comments are always good. If you've got any questions, please let me know, and I will do my utmost to answer them. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.